Studio B with our favorite uncle, Blaine Fowler, dual threat analyst, national champion
What's up,
quarterback.
Blaine?
Blaine, big day for you ahead, and a big day to talk about winning.
Number 16, getting it done.
Oh, it's so, yeah. Hey, was that nice to see 16 representing out there at quarterback?
It had been a minute.
It was fun. So, and I'm not saying 16 hasn't represented because I felt like Sione represented 16 well last couple
On
years.
the defensive side, yes.
And Ronnie Jenkins, like I would always tell Ronnie, hey, 1-6. I did the same thing with Sione last year. Like before the games when I'd see him, I'd go, hey, 1-6. And he's like, I got you. You know, like, hey, I know this is your number. I'm going to represent. And I would say the same thing to Ronnie when he was playing Jenkins. I'm like, Ronnie, a 1-6 means something. He'd be like, I know, I got you, man.
Yeah,
it's good. So the guys, there's been some really good guys that have worn that number, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not me, but there've been some good guys since then. There've been some really good guys.
Hey, you won a national championship and played in the national championship.
We'll take that. Yeah.
And 1-6, my favorite 1-6 was Kellen wore that. Gavin wore part of the time, and then he finished up as 27. But you know, Kellen was out there running around in 1-6. That made my heart feel good.
Let's talk about the extra savory and Sweet 16 of the moment. Baylor Romney right now, coming off that very impressive performance in a win against Boise State. Did he do enough to create a quandary where the coaches are saying, maybe we should start Baylor Romney at Utah State, or is Jaron Hall still the guy in Logan?
Well, I think he did enough for the coaches to go, you know what? We watched him on the prep team, and we knew he was good coming out of high school. What people are forgetting, when they come up to me this weekend, they go, a walk-on guy. And I'm like, he was a scholarship athlete at Nevada who's had some really good quarterbacks and chose to go on a mission and then walk on here. So he certainly had the skill set coming out of high school to be a Division I scholarship quarterback. So he's not a scrub walk-on out of nowhere, right? This is where he wanted to be. He wanted to come play with his brother. And last year, the coaches had a hunch he was pretty good, by the way. He was running the prep team, right? They're going, man, this kid can make all the throws, and he seems to have some poise. But you really don't know what you have till you get a guy in the game. So now they go, whoa, this kid, the moment was not too big for this kid. He was really good. He can make all the throws. He can orchestrate the offense the way you want him to run it. He took care of the football. He did everything they asked him to do. So now what do I think they're saying? Man, are we in good shape right now at quarterback? Like, we have three guys that can really flat out play. That's a great position to be in. How many times do we wish that BYU had three quarterbacks in the last several years?
Many years.
Right.
Yeah.
And now what they have to say is, okay, Baylor Romney had the perfect skill set for the game plan we had against Boise State. So now let's look at Baylor, and is Jaron 100% healthy? Let's look at him. What's the game plan against Utah State? Are they very similar to Boise? Are we going to run the exact same game plan? Do we go with Baylor? Or can Jaron run that just as well? And was Baylor a reflection of how good a game plan the offensive staff had? And I heard you just mention something in the last segment. I think it was you, Spencer, that said they've had thousands of reps to look at these guys, right?
Yes.
So one game is huge because you want to see who's a gamer and who's not a gamer. I would submit that the game plan was fantastic last week, like really good, well planned, well orchestrated, and perfectly executed. And Baylor has, something to do with that. So now, if the one reason you would start Baylor is if you went, do you know what? The game plan that we have to have against this Utah State defense fits Baylor's skills better than it does Jaron's skills. That's the one reason you might consider that. I would think if Jaron's 100% healthy, they made the decision that he was slightly better. They knew Baylor was good. Now they thought Baylor was really good. Now they know he's really good. And they may play both of them in 2 weeks.
Please, no. Let's not do that.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that when they're the 2 and the 3, right? So, and
I just don't like the two quarterback thing.
No, but here's the thing. With BYU's luck in how quarterbacks have gone down, man, you're going to prepare them both to play, right?
Yes.
Regardless of who you're going to start.
Yeah.
And then the question is this. If Jaron was playing last week and he had the exact same game plan, which was a phenomenal game plan, would he have been just as effective as Baylor? I think he probably would have been. It's not taking anything away from Baylor. He was phenomenal. Right. He was a big-time Division I quarterback playing against a ranked team at home and executed it perfectly. Let's not take anything away from him. It was amazing. It's a great game plan, and it was tailored to his skill set, and he did a fantastic job. And the biggest question I had, because I've seen him throw in practice, I know he's got a good arm, and I know his mechanics are really good. That's easy to see in practice, right? So my one question was, is the moment going to be too big for him, or is he going to be big enough for the moment? He was bigger than the moment. He was awesome.
Really
it was
good.
So impressive for him to go in there. And this is not a guy that's been, so I hate to go, hey, but by the time I was playing in games, I'd been here in this offense for 3 years watching All-American / NFL guys do it and learning from them before I ever had to go in and play a play. If I wasn't comfortable by the time I got in there, then I was sorry. I was a bad player if I couldn't play by then, right? He hasn't been the guy. He just got first-team reps this last week. For him to come in and play like that tells you that was an unbelievable performance. Unbelievable performance.
I'm afraid in the long run of losing Jaron Hall in any way if you don't go with him saying, whoa, I got a concussion, now I'm not the guy, if you start Baylor Romney. Now, if Jaron Hall starts and BYU's down by 21 after 3 quarters or something, that's different,
that's
right?
Not Jaron. That's not going to happen.
Right, and I don't think it would happen either. And we know Jaron wants to be here. Dad play here. We know he wants to be the guy. We know that Baylor wants to pay his own way to be here. So there's no love lost there if you start Jaron Hall, and then if you need Baylor, you got him.
Yeah, I think we obviously needed both of them this year, and in today's day and age, as big and fast as players are, you better have 2 and probably 3 quarterbacks. And I love that they're both here. I hate the mentality these days, and this is, again, taking back to the olden days, where a guy goes, oh, you're recruiting that guy? Well, then I'm not coming. Oh, you're going to sign him? I'm out. Oh, you're starting him? I'm done. And I realize that if you stick around, maybe you don't get a chance to play. Hey, I realize it more than anybody. Right? I got to play a little bit.
And you have a freshman, you have 2 freshmen and a sophomore in the 3, right?
I was in the same class with Robbie Bosco, who was, before a shoulder injury, was a big-time NFL guy, right? And I was thinking, hey, I've got to be here because at some point there's a likelihood that he may get hit and I will get an opportunity. And if I get an opportunity at this place to play, even if it's a half a season, then I got a chance to go on, even though I'm undersized, right? And so that was kind of the mentality that we all had back in those days. Now it's like, well, if you're going to start that guy, I'm out. Not, well, if you're going to start that guy, I'm going to be ready to play because there's a good chance that I'm going to have an opportunity. And when I get that opportunity, I'm going to be phenomenal. That's exactly what Baylor Romney did Saturday. I'm going to stick around. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to learn so that when I do get a chance, I'm going to be really good. And he got a chance. He was really good.
And there's also the Jalen Hurts ideas where, yes, I left and I will thrive elsewhere.
Wow.
So he did stay a full year.
He left Alabama.
Right.
Like, do you think Baylor's going to transfer to Oklahoma?
No, just
do you think Jaron's going to transfer to Oklahoma?
The principle of I want some PT and I can thrive elsewhere.
Right. Well, and remember, he was a starter on a national championship caliber football team, and he got replaced by another. So he was like the number 2 recruit overall in the country. He got replaced by the number 3 overall recruit in the country, who was better. And Oklahoma's going, hey, if you want to win a national championship, forget those guys. Come here and win one. And I am so rooting for him, by the way. Oklahoma's my team this year.
Oh, man, I would love to see Oklahoma and Alabama play in the national championship.
But I don't want them to play in the national championship.
No?
No, I want Alabama to play in the semis.
Okay.
Because I don't even want Alabama in the national. I'm so tired of them. No disrespect, because
Patriots,
Nick Saban's the greatest, unbelievable coach, and they're phenomenal. I'm just tired of them, right? So I want Oklahoma and Alabama to play in the semis, and I want Hurts to just go off for like 400 yards and Oklahoma to be unstoppable, and then they can go win the national championship. They can go beat Clemson in the national championship game. I would love that.
All right.
Because I love Lincoln Riley.
Blaine, let's finish with this. What's BYU's record in the final 5 games?
So with the changes they just made in approach defensively and offensively, I will not be surprised if they win out. But I would expect them to lose only 1.
Okay. 4-1 in the final 5.
And that'd be awesome, right?
Yeah.
To go 7-5 in the regular season.
After what we saw,
yes,
4-1 down the stretch will be overachieving, but I think that's where they're at after this last game. And so I think and if they did that, they'd get one of the 2, San Diego State or Utah State, and win the other 3. And if that's what they finish, we should all go, yes, they turned a corner. People forget the number of injuries to unbelievably important players that they had to manage through. People, how did they lose to Toledo, South Florida? And I'm not excusing that, because they should have been able to win with the guys they were playing with. But what teams lose their starting quarterback, their starting running back? And for BYU, there's a way bigger drop from 1 to 2 than there is at Utah or at Washington at running back. And and you're going to go lose. Before the season even started, they were planning on a starting secondary to be Austin Lee at free, Troy at strong, Diane at one corner, and Chris Wilcox at the other corner.
All seniors,
That's a
by the way.
Pac-12 secondary. And then we didn't have 3 of those guys at one time. Like Diane didn't play in South Florida. We didn't have 3 of those guys. And so they lost who they thought was going to be the best defender on the team in Zane Anderson. So they had to manage through and figure out, you're asking who their identity is. They had to figure out their identity with different players. And then the one position where they're unbelievably deep at, they just lost a bunch of guys on the offensive line. And I'm telling you, the freshmen that played last week were phenomenal. And maybe that's because Jeff Grimes was down there coaching them up face-to-face after every series.
Yeah.
That was an unbelievable job by that offensive line this last week with a bunch of guys that were subs. And they turned a corner. Philosophically, they figured out what they need to do to play with this young team. And if we had to lose a couple of games to get to that point, and now they win out or going 4-1, then I'm sorry. I'm going to look back and go, well, maybe we need to lose those for Kalani and the staff to think of how can we win with this group.
It created
Maybe that's what it
and you
took.
create momentum, and now that change goes moving forward. So I'm going to be, if they go 4-1 or 5-0 down the stretch, I'm going to be completely fine with them losing those games because it ushered in change, and that change is what was needed, and I'm going to be okay with it.
I like your logic because it's on the lines of the logic I was.
Right on.
It's conveniently mine, too.
Okay, watch Blaine tonight on After Further Review.
Yeah,
Going to be a
we'll
really
break it
fun
all down.
episode.
Yeah, it's always fun to do that show when they win.
Oh, and,
Yes,
And there's
it is.
any show
man,
for that
we're
matter.
always looking for highlights. There's been some games where we're like, what are we going to do? The show's going to be like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Hey, we have
you just-
all kinds of highlights on this one. We Boise State. It was fun.
Thanks, Blaine.